At least 100 uncontacted groups in the rainforest. Unbelievable, man. They're living like they were living to 20,000, maybe even more, completely uncontacted.
Yeah.
That is to me one of the most fascinating aspects of human life today. It's not just that we're on the verge of quantum computing and AI becoming sentient. It's that we're coexisting at the same time with people that have a completely subsistence-based lifestyle with the stuff that's around them, stone tools, literally, pointed sticks for spears. That they've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. And they're living at the same time as smartphone addiction.
Not only that, those people probably, their roots they could be the original civilization. I mean, I believe that there is.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look at those people. That is so wild.
This was taken in June.
Man, that would be so... If you could just be a fucking fly on the wall and observe that life, like without interfering somehow... So just remotely, God, that would be so incredible.
You would be doing what the aliens are doing right now.
I think that is what they're doing. I think it's real similar. I really do.
Yeah.
I think if you just looked at the natural progression of human beings and what we're talking about with quantum computing and AI and the technological innovations that are without doubt going to hit us like a tsunami over the next 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is. What are we going to become? We're going to become what they are, the same kind of thing. And if there was a planet that had something like us that's emerging and just figuring out how to split the atom and, and still involved in tribal warfare, a primate that's still involved with tribal warfare but now has nuclear bombs. That's us. Mm-hmm. Also dick pics. also OnlyFans. Also, just massive social media addicts all over the entire planet while we're engaging in tribal warfare with hypersonic weapons. So they would be studying us the same way we're studying these folks. Same thing, When we find out a guy got hit with a spear, like, oh, fuck, what happened? These people are crazy. Like, you got to be careful. Like, when Paul was saying that they were there and they realized that the tribe was close, like they were starting to hear things, and they realized they were probably being hunted, and they just got the fuck out of there as quick as they could. That's terrifying. I do not want to wake up to news on my feed that Paul Rosalie got killed by an uncontacted tribe.
Well, he's, that guy leaps into adventure. I've gotten the chance to hang out with him, and it is great. There's certain people. I haven't met many people like him in the way that you've described, but also in the way where he sees. Elon is a little bit like this, actually. He sees the opportunity for adventure, and he just leaps into it. There's not like a deep, deliberate process of strategy and planning and so on. It's just something pulls at him, and that's a really fun person to be with. But couple that with just extreme competence. Like, he's good at surviving.
Yeah.
He's good at taking risks and good at surviving, and that's so like the uncontacted tribes or the crazy shit we did in the jungle, just like getting lost and almost dying, all that kind of stuff. Like,
and he's a really nice guy,
super nice,
really nice guy, and it's just like there's something to that. He's an actual good person. He's really doing this for a good cause.
Yeah, and it's not just the Amazon rainforest. He's also going to Africa and India and sort of. Trying to save nature. You go out hunting. The forest is a bit different than like the Amazon rainforest. Their life is like
different.
Real intense. Like there's a lot.
Man. You're in the middle of a soup of life.
Really
when you
is.
have that much life, just think about the amount of insects. You were around it, the buzzing at night. Explain that, what that sounds like.
Yeah, it's an orchestra. I mean, it's millions of little organisms, and if you
screaming, there's no silence at night.
Oh yeah, they're all
screaming and fucking and killing each other.
Yeah,
and it's all life eats life all around you. Yeah. It's life eating life.
And with one of the ways to experience that is the sound. The other way is just standing there. Stuff starts crawling at you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, and you get.
Did you get bit by a bullet ant?
No, but step very close to it. There's a lot.
I want to get bit by one.
In the context here, I would love to get bit by one.
Would you do it on the podcast if we brought 100%. In bullet ants?
Let's go. Yeah, so
you have to take a day off of everything else, I think.
What are you, pussy?
I think you do. I think you don't want to be interviewing some person about AI just sweating in agony.
I think
everybody likes to think they have like super high pain tolerance. You know that about men? It's fun. Men always like to think, oh, man, a crazy pain tolerance.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
No,
don't women have a much higher?
Much higher. You know what's the highest? Redheaded women.
That explains a lot. I don't know.
This is up for debate, but I sent Jamie something recently. Do you remember that thing I sent you? So we were talking about it on the podcast multiple times because I had read that they had a higher pain threshold. I'm like, that's weird. I wonder why. Well, because everybody's been fucking with gingers forever. They've been beating their ass. They're like an MMA guy who's got 2 older brothers. You know, they can take it. The scariest MMA fighters have older brothers who used to beat them up because they're ready to fucking throw down all the time. Like the scariest guys or an abusive stepdad. Those two. That makes a scary guy. Or abusive father. The guys that I know that are the fucking scariest, they had abusive dads. They had people that beat them up when they were young. They just get fucking used to going, just ready to go. They don't have a fear of going. They want to go. They want to go all the time. Let's fucking go. Like they've just been, that's the only way to survive. If you're a kid and you have a brother who's 4 years old and your dad is a raging alcoholic and he beats your mom in front of you and your brother beats your ass too, like, fuck, man, you better be hard or you're not going to make it. There's no pillow to cry into, man. You got to fight your brother. He's 4 years older than you. He might knock you out today. He knocked you out last week. He laughs at you when you're on your back.
I mean, not to return to the topic, but Genghis Khan murdered his older brother because he was picking on him.
Because he stole his fish. Yeah, he said, fuck you. Shot him with a bow and arrow. The mom freaked out.
Yeah.
Called him a monster.
Yeah.
She was right. Well, also, you learn how to kill your brother when you're, what was he, 6?
Married at 9.
Yeah, you're getting off on the wrong foot.
And conquers an empire at 16.
But they didn't expect you to live past 30. If you got to 30, you were an old fuck back then.
Meanwhile, he lived like into his 60s. I think.
He lived really long, and he was consulting with monks because he was trying to figure out how to live longer, how to live forever. He was like, he felt the iron ebbing from his blood. He felt the body weaken. And he wanted to visit today, be on TRT, he'd be fucking great.
Meanwhile,
ass.
His kids are kind of disappointing. I mean, this
of course.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, show me a man who's a great man, who's the son of a great man.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's a hard road. I mean, you have to have a very exceptional father who recognizes the requirements that this kid is going to go through